Hey guys, what is up? It is Lovenji here, and today we're going to be looking at Mission 5 of Warhammer Dark Omen. Now, this mission is actually an optional mission in the game, and what you'll actually find is that this campaign has a couple of branching paths in which you can choose to help people, or leave them to a dark and grisly fate in the hands of the undead. We're nice people, so we're actually going to help the village of Bogenhafen, and it does affect the missions later on down the line because we choose to do so, including our good friend Klaus. And I want you to pay careful attention to Klaus throughout this campaign because he's going to get progressively more annoyed with us the more we waste time helping people. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this underway.
One of the attackers reached the Countess's carriage before I could cut him down. He had this letter on him, showing the Countess's portrait along with orders to locate her. Look at the seal. It's outlandish, is it not?
Why did they attack a carriage with an armed escort? There's something wrong here, deeply wrong. What's going on? What did they want, Commander?
I'd say the ambush was a diversion, while some of the band identified you from the portrait. But I'll allow no harm to come to you. You have my word of honor on that. My personal word. Now, we'd best make speed.
Welcome to Bogenhafen. At last.
Ambushes have a way of slowing my progress a little.
We were attacked on the road, Witch Hunter. The attackers were acting under orders from an unknown source. The real target was the Countess.
Is that so? That's disturbing news. I wonder whose orders they were following. What do you think, Bernhardt?
Call me Commander.
You'll say that once too often. Oh, Commander, I'm glad you've arrived. I'm the mayor of this town. I've got a letter here. It was found nailed to the door of the town shrine. Just what does it all mean?
It might help if you told me what's in the letter.
What? Oh yes. Here, see for yourself.
To the feeble folk of Bogenhafen, beware of one. Death has 100 hands, and walks 100 ways. Death waits close by, but not for you if you are wise. You will surrender Countess Isabella von Leibowitz to me, and death will leave you to your wretched little lives. Refuse to surrender her, and death will come to your town with 100 soft footfalls. Don't disappoint.
Look at the seal on this letter. It bears the same mark as the one carried by the brigands.
Morgan, we'll lose time if we stay. They need us at Helmgard. But it's up to you.
Well, I'm not staying. I'll not lift a finger to protect this town. It's probably full of heretics anyway. You'll be seeing me again, Morgan. Count on it.
I'll not allow the Countess to come to harm. I gave her my personal word on that. We stay. Prepare to fight.
Okay, so here we are defending the village of Bogenhafen. Pay close attention to how I deploy my troops in this mission because it is very important. This mission introduces a new enemy type to us. Actually introduces two new enemy types to you. And these are the Skeleton Warriors and the Skeleton Archers. Fans of Warhammer Fantasy will recognise one key mechanic of the skeletons in this game in that they cannot be forced to flee. They will not run away. Now, you've seen in the earlier missions how powerful making your enemy run away actually is. So, given they're the majority enemy encountered in the missions, from here on out, it's pretty annoying.
Target received! Target received!
So the mission starts pretty straightforward. We're going to have a couple of zombies spawning in. We basically have to defend the church or town hall, whatever you want to call it, of Bogenhafen, which is the big building that we're currently surrounding. We're going to be using the Bright Wizard to some effect here. His new spell, as you can see, the spell that looks like a flaming skull, does exactly that. It shoots out a flaming skull that laughs maniacally. That has a very high chance to inflict fear. We got very unlucky that it didn't on those zombies, but otherwise it does a lot of damage anyway. It's one of the better spells in the game. Now, that zombie unit charges but immediately goes into retreat, and I forget to tell my cannon to stop shooting, and it takes out 4 of my own archers. That's a common occurrence for me when I'm playing.
Enemy sighted.
Now, those zombies are going to get into conflict with the archers, except for we get very lucky with that volley, and they are completely annihilated.
Target destroyed.
Now, what you want to kind of do is make sure you maintain this surround on the church itself. You're going to be attacked from all sides, so keeping these units in these positions is very important, and you'll start to see why as the rest of the units spawn in. We already know, zombies are really easy, they go down quickly, and when they flee, the unit is destroyed, so you don't need to worry about chasing them down. The skeletons are going to start to come in now, and this is where the mission gets quite tough. Especially if you're not paying attention. As you know, our wizard and our cannon are actually quite exposed, they're in quite vulnerable positions. We haven't got far back as we normally would in other missions. So you need to pay careful attention to what spawns in and when.
Enemy sighted.
They come from all sides. Back to back we must fight these restless dead.
So,
Enemy sighted.
even more zombies are going to spawn in. We're actually going
Target
to
received.
hope that the ranged units can handle those because of how fragile zombies are. And we're going to get the cavalry immediately to deal with the archers in the southwest. Skeleton archers are incredibly accurate. They're not quite as frightening in terms of accuracy as orc arrow boys, but they are definitely not meant to be ignored.
Yes, my lord.
Charge.
Always try to use your Grudgebringer sword to fire an extra fireball when you begin the melee. As you can see, this is where it's getting messy. We've got zombies charging the cannon, we've got swordsmen charging the archers, and as we know, that forces our cannon to flee, which means our cannon is now useless for the rest of the mission, because they will not rearm that cannon. We can control the unit and move it around to keep it safe, but it is now useless to us for the rest of the mission. So you see on the map they've actually left the cannon behind because it's a big cannon.
Engage.
We're going to get the Countess's guard, who are still at 4 men, to reinforce the crossbowmen, because they are not going to be able to beat those swordsmen by themselves, as you could see from how they were screaming for help. And we're going to try to keep the cannons safe, but ultimately we're still trying not to break the formation too much. I still want the Helmguard bowmen in the south, just in case. Constantly want to be increasing the strength of the crossbowmen here, just to try to minimise the casualties they take. Didn't help that they lost 4 men to the cannon earlier, because I forgot to give a hold fire command.
Enemy destroyed.
Now, with the skeleton archers down, you want to bring the cavalry up,
Enemy sighted.
and a Necromancer takes to the field.
Forward.
The little skull on a rope, there he is, up there in the north, that is a Necromancer.
Retreat.
They are the undead equivalent of our Bright Mage, or Bright Wizard.
Attack.
They're very powerful, they are magically gifted, pretty pathetic in combat. As you can see, they are doing a number on our infantry. And that was even with a Dispel being cast. So this mission's a little chaotic, it's a little messy. It's not impossible by any stretch, but you need to be paying attention to all 4 corners of the map, because you will get attacked from all sides. You want to make sure that none of your vulnerable units are left exposed for too long, because otherwise they will very quickly get defeated and killed. This is also going to make the next mission at Bogenhafen significantly harder as well. So you pick this path if you're both sadistic or just want the extra experience. Because you won't get extra money if you lose as many men as I did actually doing these missions.
Received. Forward.
So you thought it was over. You thought I was giving a game is over spiel. I wasn't. In fact, we're still getting attacked from the south, which is why I wanted to leave the Helmgart Bowman where I was. So as you can see, I'm getting some very, very good casts of my spells here and causing significant damage to this unit. You're hoping to kill the unit before it engages in melee, but because of how many we've actually killed, it's not a problem if it does. I'm moving my wizard to the southwest of the map because that house that has smoke rising from the chimney actually contains a magic item. There's nothing in the game that indicates that to you other than the fact that it has a burning chimney. But if you set fire to that house, I know I said we were saving lives, I lied. If you set fire to that house, you'll get a magical book, the Book of Assure, which is very important for the rest of the game. So sorry whoever lives in there, we're burning your house down. Also very interesting for the time of game that this came out, you can actually burn the houses down. As you can see there, we've set fire to the house and a book has come out. We're definitely doing the right thing. So that skeleton infantry is in fact the last unit of the game, so once that unit goes down and we pick the book up, we can end the mission.
I have it! Yes, my lord.
The Bright Wizard is allowing us all to know that he has it. So we took quite a few casualties on our crossbowmen, but fortunately crossbowmen are quite cheap to replace versus, say, taking that many casualties on the cavalry. But that is the end of Mission 5. We have successfully defended Bogenhafen, and look, fireworks. Isn't that nice? Anyway, I will leave you to watch the post-game. I will flick through the lore book so you can see some of the new characters. And that's it for this mission. So that was Mission 5, the defense of Bogenhafen, and because we chose to defend Bogenhafen, we're actually going to have to take back Helmgart from the undead instead of defending Helmgart from the undead. And that mission is a treat, and I can't wait to show you that when we get round to it. Anyway, as always, like, share the video, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see me do in future videos. Bye for now.